Hi, I'm Nathan Ware with Rain Networks, and in this video series, we're going to go through the setup and operation of a product that Macrium makes called Macrium SiteDeploy. Macrium SiteDeploy is Macrium's premier image deployment product. We have sold this to thousands of customers over the last few years, and it has saved countless hours of time for image deployment. The idea is that we're going to be able to create an assembly line type format to where you can send images to new machines or updating machines. You can do this in an assembly line type format to automate that process of imaging your machines. By being able to do many machines at a time, we can then extrapolate our time savings, and it can be very useful for saving just literally dozens and dozens of hours of time for machine setups. Now, to use SiteDeploy, we first need to install Macrium's management console called Macrium Site Manager. We've previously done a video on how to install Site Manager, which we will link in this video. And I highly encourage you to go through and watch that video so that you can get Site Manager set up successfully. You can see once Site Manager is set up, you access it in a web browser by putting in either the IP address or DNS name of the machine that you have it installed on in a web browser. And you can use any web browser that you like. And then you will be inside Site Manager. And after we've assigned a license to SiteDeploy, we can now start using the SiteDeploy menu item here on the left side, which is how we control our options within SiteDeploy. I'm going to go through all 5 of these items right here. We're going to start at the top, and in this video, we're going to go through golden image stores and golden images. Okay, let's start with golden image stores. What Macrium allows you to do here is create network locations where we can store golden images. They did it this way because many people create many golden images, and the SiteDeploy product allows you to create as many golden images as you want. Well, once you have a lot of golden images created, it's nice to be able to keep them organized. That's what Golden Image Stores does. In my example here, you can see that I'm going to make a separate golden image for my accounting department, my engineering department, and my executives because the variant of Windows that each of those users get is slightly different. Different software, different printer drivers, etc., etc. So I want to be able to keep these images organized. You'll see where that comes into play in a future video when I show you how the imaging is done. So you can see here, these golden image stores, they're much like mapping a network drive, okay? So when I click the add button here, and I click network share, it's going to ask me for a path on my network. I'm going to feed it that path, a username, password to connect to that path, and it will then create the golden image stores, and it will give me the capability to then save an image to this location and then also pull an image from this location. And again, this will make a lot more sense in a future video when you see how the imaging process works. But the key thing is, and I always say this is the first thing you want to do when you start using SiteDeploy, is you're going to need to make at least one image store. If you don't feel you have the need to make multiples, that's okay, but you do need at least one. Okay, the next menu item down is golden images. You can see that so far in my environment, I have made 2 images. These are literally bare metal, ready to go copies of Windows that I could put on subsequent machines. When I click on these, I get a little bit of information about the image. When I made it, how many gigabytes it is. It'll tell me a little bit about the operating system. You can see this is where I have it stored currently. There's even a drives tab here that shows me the drive setup of this image. This is literally the image that if I was to put this on another machine, this is literally what the hard drive configuration would look like. Okay, so those are the first 2 setup items here for SiteDeploy. In our next video, we're going to go through the deployment media, which is really the heart and soul of what makes this product work.